This will be a relatively quick video, just laying out some of the general course policies that apply to the course you're in with me. Of course, this is just one piece of the puzzle of what this course will entail. So one thing for you to attend to. Firstly, I just want to say welcome to class. I'm super happy to have you here. I love teaching. I love teaching at the undergraduate level as well as graduate students. So welcome, and I hope you will have a pleasant time in this course with me. Please reach out to me at any time over email. It might take me a day or two to respond. If it is very urgent, please let me know in the email. I do check my email once a day, one time a day. This is a painting of a Swedish painter. It's done in watercolor, and his name is Carl Larsson. Just thought it was a nice painting to include. As I said at the intro slide, this slide deck is not comprehensive, meaning there's a syllabus, there's a schedule, there's additional information, including announcements, etc., on our learning management systems that we are using in this class. I'm using this video to highlight some of the general course policies that apply. So make sure that you pay attention and read all the other informations. And also, please get into the habit of checking your email, checking your learning management systems, the platforms where we meet regularly. As far as communication, in the past, I have given students a phone number where they can text me. But sticking with our email account policy that we have on campus, our university email that is given to us is really what should be used for our main business communication. So please make sure that you have your university email and that you use it when communicating with me. In the email, please include your name, the course you're in. I teach several courses, and I might not know who you are at the first glance. I have a couple of hundred students. And any other identifying information that I will need to attend to your request or to your communication. That might be things like your student ID number. That might be things like evidence showing me what happened on that Tuesday, etc. And so dates, names, courses, all the identifying information would be terrific if you could include. We are using a couple of different learning management systems. Granted, not everything on this slide is an LMS. We are using Canvas, of course. Canvas is the main, let me see, I'm just going to see if I can find my pen here. Canvas is the main LMS that we are using. A majority of our information will be posted here, including all the documents that you need in terms of syllabus and schedule, PowerPoint slide decks, etc. Some courses, but not all, use Flat World Knowledge, and that is flatworldknowledge.com. Your syllabus will tell you if your course is using this because it is attached to a textbook. So you might have a textbook in the course you're taking with me that is a Flat World Knowledge textbook, and if that is true for your course, then there is also an LMS attached to that where we do assignments or exams or those types of things. So checking both Canvas and Flat World Knowledge if that is something that's used in your course. Clearly, you're here on YouTube, so I do use YouTube to share the videos. I just find the platform to be easy to work with. The information stays on YouTube, whereas other places they come and go. Other video sharing platforms come and go, but YouTube is static, so that helps with continuity. And more likely than not, you will be watching TED Talks in the class. That's a great additional learning tool for us Some of the TED Talks is going to come through on YouTube. Some of them is going to be on the TED website. Our campus has an honor code, and it is important that we know it and that we pay attention to it and align with it. You can Google it. Go to our home website and Google honor code, and you will see the full document. This is just some copying and pasting from the document. So, as proud members and representatives of our community, we commit ourselves to actively promoting honesty, integrity, respect, and care for every person, ensuring a welcoming campus environment, striving to help every member of our family feel a strong sense of belonging. We will promote an inclusive campus and a community. We will listen and respect each other's thoughts, interests, and views. We do value diversity, and we learn from one another. We engage daily with mutual trust, care, and integrity. We support a culture of honor and adhere to campus policies for honesty, ethics, and conduct. And you can Google those. We have ethics policies as well. And we are proud to be university members, and we are working to make this a great place for everyone. As mentioned before, the syllabus and schedule will be on our main LMS, which right now is Canvas, but they also do change from time to time. Know that these documents are subject to change. They can change at any time. And I will announce those either in a classroom environment, via announcement, via email. So just make sure that you are paying attention to the different modes of communications that we have nowadays. I ask that you read these documents within our first week of the classes and let me know if you have any questions. If you don't have questions, I will assume that you're comfortable with the format and that this is a good fit for you. Sometimes life happens and you will not be able to either meet for a class meeting, or you are not able to submit an assignment or sit for an exam. If you have one of these exceptional circumstances that is preventing you from one of those things, that can include an illness on your part, somebody in your family, a death in your family, something that is approved by our university, something that is government required, like jury duty, right? Or employment that is beyond your control. So not just your regular, Thursday or Monday work schedule. It has to be an exceptional circumstance. Or another serious, compelling reason, like family abroad, something that is causing you to miss. You need to send me an email to describe the situation. You need to include some substantiating documentation, some type of evidence or proof of your situation. Describe the nature of the situation. If the document is not in English, and I know my main language is Swedish, right? You need to translate it. That needs to be translated. You need to include dates, location, whatever I need to have, whatever information I need to have to know what was going on. Ideally, you should notify me before it happens. If you know that you have a surgery scheduled, please let me know. If you know you're traveling for a funeral, please let me know. Sometimes life happens and you are taken to the ER, right? And that is not possible for me, or for you rather, to let me know ahead of time. So what I ask here is that you let me know as soon as possible post that event. This is from our students' excused absence policy. And again, if you go to our website and you Google our students, search for this excused absence policy, you will find it. And so you should make yourself familiar with that. So if your class has face-to-face virtual meetings, Zoom meetings, please pay attention to these points. If your class does not have virtual meetings, sometimes I do teach asynchronously, meaning we do not meet on Zoom. You can just, stretch your legs for a minute. So come to class, be on time, make yourself comfortable, reduce distractions as much as you can. I know we are zooming in from home, from our car, from work. Um, my kids are going to show up when we meet, and I understand if your dog, cat, kids, someone else does that. As much as possible, try to reduce distractions because it will help your learning. So do not multitask, do not check your email. Our brain has tunnel vision, and if you do more than one thing, chances are, or we know from science, that you're not actually retaining, learning and retaining. If you have a video camera, we ask that you turn it on if you're able. You don't have to be on video all the time. It's nice if you're on video when you speak, um, and when you're in breakout rooms, etc. When you present, right? Maybe there's a presentation in your course. So when you present, you have the video camera on. I don't ask you to have your video camera on for the entire 75 minutes or 3 hours, right? That is exhausting. I understand that. But from time to time, make sure you have something to write with, make notes with. Notepad and pen are great tools. You might type on your computer, which is less useful for actually learning and retention. I also want to say that, and I didn't put it on this slide here, but if you can, please make sure, or I shouldn't say that, please zoom in from a computer, right, as opposed to from your phone. And this, we already know this from before, is that this pen on this trackpad is just not very helpful. So try to come in from your computer and not from your phone, because we're using breakout rooms, chat, other tools in Zoom, and those might be hard for you to navigate or fully participate with if you're doing that from your telephone. So use or an iPad even, right? So the computer is really the best tool for you to attend these face-to-face meetings. PowerPoint slides, if we use them in class, I promise to post them after class, if not before, but sometimes I do create them or make changes to them up to last minute. Face-to-face meetings are recorded. I will not share them. If you ask for them, I will not send them. They are recorded for safety, right? If we were in a classroom environment on campus, and there was some tumultuous activities or raised voices or what have you, I could ask to see you outside of the classroom and have a chat, or with another student. I can ask that student to come out in the hallway and have a chat with me, and we can take a timeout. That is not possible in a Zoom environment. And so we are recording these meetings, our class meetings, for everybody to feel safe. And so I retain them for a little bit of time, but I don't share them. But they are there if there is something that happens. So I will not share them with students. I will do closed captioning, as I am right now in our presentations. And also, lastly, if you log into Zoom meetings but you plan to not be at your computer, please do not attend Zoom class. I understand if something happens and you need to step away for 1 minute, that is fine if that happens once. But if you are repeatedly not at your computer, that is very difficult. We go into breakout rooms. I do expect participation in the classroom. And I've had it in classes where I put students into breakout rooms, and there's just routinely 1 or 2 students who never join the breakout rooms. And that is not for good learning. So then we would rather say, if you can't attend, please do not come to the class. All right, so for academic dishonesty, I've alluded to this already. We have policies on campus. We have conditions, we have statements, we have a catalog around it. So please make yourself familiar with this. There are links in the syllabus, but also you should do your due diligence. You should search for everything. You should read all the emails coming from the university. You should check with academic affairs. You should make sure that you're aware of the policies that apply, as I am aware of the policies that apply, right? So all of our students at our university are bound by these conditions, statements that are found in the catalog and policies. You cannot plagiarize from the internet. You cannot plagiarize from yourself. If you're turning in a paper in course A, you cannot turn in that paper in course B. Um, all your assignments will be checked against plagiarism software. You will be notified of the note, or the percentage rather, of plagiarism found in your assignment. I understand when you copy the title of my assignment, when you copy the questions and then provide your answers, I see what is highlighted. I see what the plagiarism software detects. So I can discount the title, I can discount the question. And if I find any sort of plagiarism or any other unethical behavior in the class, you can expect an email from me or a note on your assignment, etc., for me to talk to you. Right? So my first step is always to have a conversation with you to understand what is going on. And then if there is unethical behavior or academic dishonesty, that will be reported to Central, right? To Central University. And so, they will take it from there with the due process that they have. And, if worst comes to worst, there might be, you might be asked to leave the university, right? So it's not worth it. Just don't do it. Don't do it. You're here to learn. Yeah. So this course offers you many opportunities to excel. Please take them. Please don't cheat. Ask me if you have any questions, any confusion, anytime. Can I do this? Can I do that? Just come talk to me ahead of time. That solves most of our questions that we have. We do a lot of conversations. I have students coming to me a lot in office hours or set appointments with me to get advice on work, on colleagues, on what name you, what have you. I am not a lawyer. I do not have a law degree. I have a PhD in business management. I'm happy to talk to you, troubleshoot with you, bounce ideas with you. But anything that I say in the classroom or outside of the classrooms, in office hours or outside of the office hours, it is not meant to be advice. I do not give advice. All of our communications is for your learning, and these are meant to constitute a learning experience for you. Finally, we have technology requirements. Just make sure you have a computer, that you have software that you need, that you can access our learning management systems. I understand outages happen, Wi-Fi drops. Please document those instances as soon as possible. Take screenshots, make note of the time. If it is Canvas or Flat World, communicate with them, ask what happened, ask them to provide evidence of failure of the platform, and then and then you talk to me, right? So if there's any tech issues with Canvas, you should talk to Canvas first. If there's any tech issues with your email, you should talk to our university IRT first. If you have Flat World issues, talk to them first, right? I do not have access or insight into any of their platforms. I am a user of these platforms like you are. And so I access these platforms to get data and to provide data like you are. So I am not able to attend to technical matters. Our university also provides hardware like laptops if you need to borrow. They provide hotspots if you need Wi-Fi. There is Wi-Fi on campus. And so if you have any needs in this area, our campus IRT will help you with that. So you can go to our website and you can Google it, and you will find all of the resources that are there for you. And again, any issues, come talk to me. I ask that you do not record video, do not record audio, do not record anything. I ask that you don't take any pictures, screenshots, anything without asking me first. We have students in the classroom that need to consent to this happening, including myself. So no photography, no recording of any kind. Please, if you have a need in this area, please come talk to me. So, finally, some reminders and tips. Just pay attention, stay in touch, check your platforms, check your email, communicate with me ahead of time. Any questions that you have, ask me, right? A vast majority of our challenges, issues, problems, confusions, misunderstanding, we're all human, can be solved ahead of time, or with communication, I should say, rather, and with communication. So, with that, welcome on board. I'm happy to have you, and I'll see you on our LMS. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.